You know what? I just made a video for today, like in the evening, after procrastinating for it until I was procrastinating it until the evening, and then I finally forced myself to sit down and try to come up with a video, and the thing kind of turned into just turned into a lesson for myself. And basically, what I what I kind of realized was that, you know what, I don't think you should make it your goal to work on something every day. I don't think you should force yourself to be consistent if you're not feeling like it. Like I think I've said this before, or like I've brought this kind of attitude across, but I'm just kind of realizing that on a deeper level. Like I don't have everything figured out. I don't want to pretend like I have everything figured out. I think I've said this before, but I really just got to be honest and say, like, I have this tendency too to kind of like it's like I almost cannot help myself but to kind of almost act in that way, because obviously there's also a lot of pressure when you're trying to do this kind of thing, like trying to become an influencer or whatever. And in general, like when you're trying to do something on your own, there's obviously gonna be a lot of pressure to stay consistent, and you don't want to fall off. And I don't want to fall off either. Like, it's the same for everyone, but the point is, I don't think that this is what we are after. Like, I think by working on something very hard every day, to the point where it's like you will beat yourself up if you don't do it, and you're just scared about falling off, so you keep doing it. I think you're missing the point if you're doing that, because what was the goal to begin with? The goal was to be like happy and free or something like that, right? So just like to me more than anything, it's about living authentically. I don't want to fake things. I don't want to be disconnected from my life. I don't want to force myself to do things that I don't want to do. It's not about always being happy and kind of hedonistic type thing, but just I want to do what I really believe. Like, I don't have a problem with working hard, but I want to believe in what I'm doing. And so if on a given day I'm just like, okay, no, there's nothing, I don't think I want to force myself to come up with something, because I think it's missing the point. Because for me, like I said, like, I mean, this is the same for everybody, really. It's not really the point to be consistent, right? The point of being consistent is so that you can like achieve what you want, and what you really want to achieve is like freedom, happiness, ease, and all of these things, right? You're not trying to create a lifestyle where you're stressed if you're missing one day. You obviously want to create a lifestyle where you're just at ease, at peace, and you don't feel like there's a compulsion to do something, and if you don't do it, you're gonna fall off and you're gonna die. Like, I don't think anybody wants to live like that. This is difficult. Like, it's really difficult. And I do want to be consistent. But yeah, it's just missing the point. You want to live authentically. And the best way to do that is actually not to compulsively work on whatever you think you should be doing every day, right? Because here's the thing. If you're so convinced that, okay, I should be doing this, even though you don't even feel like it, isn't that the point exactly where it starts to become inauthentic? You don't even believe in it anymore. You don't even feel like it anymore, but you keep doing it because you're scared that you're gonna fall off. You're missing the point, aren't you? When you're acting like that. And like again, like I'm not trying to act like I have everything figured out. I'm just speaking for all of us. Like I think the vast majority of us, we can relate to this kind of thing. And I really don't want to pretend like I'm something better. There's always this kind of tendency to try to act like I have everything figured out, even though I don't want to, because I feel like it's almost necessary, and I think also a lot of people can relate to that in many different areas of life, right? You try to act confident and whatever when you're starting to date, and like especially if you're younger, you're like putting up a front, and instead of just being yourself because you feel like who you truly are is not really good enough, or they wouldn't like you or something like that. And isn't it the same thing in all areas of life? This the same thing here, and yeah, what can I say? Anyway, this is just a quick one to share that, since now I had something, but it's whatever. But this is like a genuine thing that I think we should think about more. So yeah, I'm not gonna focus on trying to make something every day. I don't think so. I think I'll just much rather be consistent with just listening to myself and really really just being consistent with thinking and being present and in the moment. I mean, same thing, just listening to what's really going on, just not deluding myself, right? I think that's what we should really be trying to be consistent with, rather than trying to do one specific thing again and again every day. Just being consistent with being authentically yourself and trying to be as authentic as possible, like making that your goal. Like rather than making anything outside of yourself your goal, just making it your goal to just be as authentic as possible and just being consistent with only that and only that. Because I think everything that's really for you has got to come from that, right? It's a leap of faith for sure. Like, and this is a leap of faith for me as well. But I don't want to live like that anymore, where I'm just forcing myself to do things out of fear. And I realize now that it's the same thing that I'm trying to do here in a way, right? I mean, of course, I want to be consistent just for its own sake, because it's nice to know that I'm working on this thing consistently, and I do want to put in the work. But it's like the kind of nuance. I mean, it's not even nuance. It's actually completely different, right? Like the goal really needs to be with just being authentic, and everything else comes from there. I think I wanna just aim for that from now on. Being consistent with myself, just being consistent with being true to myself, rather than externalizing whatever, like just putting my faith into something outside of myself. Like, okay, if I just make a video every day, then I'm gonna be successful, then I'm gonna be good. No, maybe not. maybe not. I don't think that's it. Like, I would like it to be that easy, but maybe life is not that predictable. Maybe life is not that easy. Maybe it's about something deeper, right? Yeah, anyway, that's just it for now. So thank you for watching if you've watched until here, and take care. Have a good day. Bye bye.